Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Season 6, Episode 17. The Tell-All, Part 1 of the Tell-All. It's the Tell-All, my favorite episodes of every season of 90 Days, always the Tell-All. So as you guys know, the Tell-All is when all the couples come together in New York and to discuss their storylines and fight with each other and judge each other and everything. It's always good, and we find out stuff that we've been trying to figure out all season. So in this tell-all, it starts out with, everybody arriving to the studio. This is the first time they also had a live studio audience. They kept quiet for a while. I had totally forgot they were there, but nobody made a peep or nothing. But everybody arrives to all the Americans arrived to the studio. They started with Misha. Misha arrives in first, and then Statler comes in. Then after Statler, I think it was Christian, and then Riley, and then Amanda, and then Gina and Jasmine. Jasmine has gotten approved for her K1 visa, and she's already been in America for a few days and stuff. They were all in the green room as every tell starts, all the couples coming in, getting dressed, and meeting each other in the green room. And they were talking about, well, who's toxic and everything. And, David, and also David came in. I forgot about David. Statler and Christian has said, Gina and Jasmine are really toxic. Riley and Violet are toxic. Riley's like, I'm toxic, I'll own it, and everything. Amanda's smart A self comes in and be like, I think the other couples are just toxic and everything. And the producers asked her, do you want to name any names? And she was like, I think it's self-explanatory. And she was like, filming did not give me a good look at who I really was. This is me. She came in with a lot of bark and a lot of attitude that I did not like. But we'll catch Amanda more next week. So, so then they started talking crap about Jasmine and stuff. And then all of a sudden, here she comes in. She was like, hey, everybody, I'm here. And everybody was like, whoa, whoa, Jasmine's here, wow. And Jasmine's like, I heard what y'all said about me. Just want to let y'all know that we all have baggage. We all have issues and everything. I am familiar with all of your stories and this, and that. So everybody goes out to the stage, and host Sean Robinson welcomes everybody. I love Sean Robinson. I don't know why other YouTubers cannot stand her. I love her. I love her. I think she's like the most classiest host in any, some of she asks the questions that we want to know and stuff. And I don't know why everybody has an issue with her. She handles that job with class. So to all the YouTubers and bloggers that don't like Sean Robinson as the host of 90 Day Fiancé, I suggest that you take a better look at yourself, because she's awesome, she's classy, and she knows what she's doing. And that job is not easy as it looks. Just saying. But anyway, I digress. I digress. So anyway, we started things off with Gina and Jasmine. So Gina and Jasmine, they got, first things first, they got the K1 visa. Jasmine's here in America. She was saying how cold it is and living in Michigan and stuff. Sean was like, well, Jasmine, I hate to say this, but the host of the show is also from Michigan, born and raised, and everything. So then we did all that, blah, blah, blah. Then we got right down to business. They talked about Jasmine's ex-boyfriend, Dane. And Sean asked Jasmine, have you seen Dane, since, Gina left or whatever? And she was like, on February 14th was the last time I saw him. So we were like, oh, everybody was like, Valentine's Day. And she was like, it's Friend's Day. I'm like, everybody's like, no, it's Valentine's Day. She was like, he proposed a dinner after I got my visa, a dinner to come here and everything, to come to dinner and everything, to say goodbyes and stuff. And he brought me flowers and gifts and everything. So flowers, gifts, and a dinner on Valentine's Day. Jasmine is claiming she did not realize that that day was Valentine's Day, and nobody believed her, which same thing, I did not believe her. You know, Valentine's Day is celebrated in Latin American countries on February 14th, and apparently the Friends Day is February 15th. So Jasmine knew, but she gets all googly-eyed over Dane for some reason. So then now the big question was, did Jasmine ever make a sex tape with Dane and stuff while dating Gino or whatever? And she said she has made a video. Not, she said it was with Dane, but it was way before she even knew Gina. It was before they met and stuff. She said she was wild and crazy around that time and everything. And she said that she still has it like saved to her iCloud or something. She has not deleted it, but it's in her iCloud and everything. Gina's goofy self like, I want to see it. And everybody was like, no, you don't want to see that, bro. You don't want to see that and everything. Like, no, you don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to see it, but I just want to know if it's there or not. And she was like, Jasmine's like, I have not looked at that video since. You need to start defending me, Gino. And Gino's just like, why is it on your iCloud? It should be deleted and everything. Yeah, a lot of people would be doing that. I don't know why. So that's where we left off with Gina and Jasmine. Next couple they went to was Statler and Dempsey. So Statler and Dempsey, you know, they left off with a sad goodbye, but Dempsey allowing her to move to the UK to live with her, basically. So what they decided, they brought out one of Statler's friends and talked about how Statler moves fast and everything. And prior to that, they were talking about like Statler's, you know, sex life too. And they talked about how she'd done it in a church and everything. And they went over to Nicola. Sean asked Nicola, what do you think about Statler doing it in the church? And Nicola, and I'm going to get to him in a minute because I have a lot of complaints with him. Nicola, and he's right about this. That's the biggest sin. That's disrespectful to God and everything, which I agree. You don't have sex in the church. That is 100%. I do agree with him on this one. He's 100% right. Like, that's disrespectful. It's disgusting. It's rude. It's gross. It's gross. But anyway, yeah, so Statler's friend came out and, you know, we talked about how Statler always moves fast and everything. And, like, you know, she just basically wants Dempsey to, like, treat her well and everything. And Dempsey kind of gave her, like, the cold shoulder and stuff. Like, didn't really care what she had to say. And she said, like, her opinions are invalid and stuff and everything. And Statler's like, no, that's my friend. Don't say it is invalid because this is my friend and stuff. So the question is Statler and Dempsey still together? The answer is yes. So they decided that they're going to move. They are going to live in England, but they're going to get a camper. And they showed a video. Oh my God! And this is the story. I don't know why they showed this. We all know that Statler always liked to talked about her IBS, her irritable bowel syndrome. But did we really have to see it? They should have never before seen footage of like Statler. Like we knew when she got to Dempsey's apartment that Statler needed to use the bathroom, and you could only go number one and not number two, so because she didn't have the plumbing in. Well, Statler had to really go number two, and Dempsey was like, "No, don't do it. There's a shovel. Go outside." And she was like, "I can't hold it." So Statler gets up, runs outside, and just goes out in the yard and stuff. And they showed it. We're just like, gross. I mean, why did they have to show that? So, like, that was, but however, I say that because, like, that's going to be, like, the big emphasis. This camper that they're supposed to get, they want to travel around Europe in a camper. And the camper is smaller than Dempsey's apartment, but it actually has a working toilet and stuff that Statler desperately needs and stuff. So the question is, how are they going to afford it? Statler works from home, as do I. So she will be able to be the provider. Dempsey says she'll get like little jobs here and there and stuff, but right now Statler would be the main provider and everything. So that was basically it from Statler and Dempsey. Like, they were still together. I just seen Statler's Instagram. She just posted a lot of pictures. I guess Dempsey was in America recently, in Texas, and they went to a baseball game and went flying and on a helicopter ride and everything. Just, they're still together. So kudos to Statler and Dempsey. I'm happy for them. So the next couple I want to talk they went to is Misha and Nikola. And oh my goodness, Nikola is a judgmental self. He is just like Mahood from last season of The Other Way. Like, he just be judging and using his religion as a crutch and stuff. Misha, we last left off with them getting engaged, and Misha needed to wait for that annulment to be approved so she could get remarried. Well, she announced to everybody and to Nikola to tell all that her annulment was approved and she's allowed to get married when and whenever. Nikola is coming over here. They were waiting for it together, but he's coming over to visit. He's going to come over to New York to visit, and they're gonna hang out. And who knows if they're gonna get married or not? We'll see. She said she can apply for the K-1 visa now and everything, since she got the annulment approved and everything, whatever. Now, the question is, now they brought out Misha's daughters, who are still teenagers. And, like, they're worried about, like, Nikola, like, being judgmental. Like, if the question is, like, if they have a boy over, like, how's Nikola going to react? And he said, I'm going to leave it up to the mother and everything, and trust God that the mother will handle all of that and stuff. Like, I don't want to come in to judge them. But the girls, Misha's daughters, are really scared about that because he's coming off really judgmental. He was saying in this tell-all that, oh, women are becoming men and men are becoming women. A real sexist statement, really. Women are becoming a man and the mans are becoming a woman and stuff. The man's the head of the household, blah, 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 and all that. Okay, yeah, old-fashioned, yeah. I half and half that. Yes, I agree, half and half on that. But it's supposed to be equal. We are in a society where everything's now equal now. I know some people still have that old school mentality with that, but we are now all equal, men and women. So yes, there's a lot of women who could do stuff that traditionally a man could do. There's a lot of stuff that a man could do that traditionally a woman could do and stuff. It makes no difference, like, in my opinion. Like, we're all equal now. We're in a different time. I'm not knocking it, and I'm not, like, saying, like, it's, like, right one way or the other, but I'm just saying, like, it's a different time. So he was going on and on about that and using his religion as a crutch. After they talked to the daughters, Misha called him and talked about it. And she's like, I want to enjoy my time with you. I love the fact that you talk about the Bible all the time, which is great, and which I agree, it's great. But you can't keep, like, throwing it 24/7 and everything. And it was like, yes, I can. That's just me and everything. So a lot of the topics, a main topic was, after she said that she got that annulment approved, is that like, are they going to consummate the marriage finally and stuff? She said when Nikola comes to visit, he's going to sleep with her on the same bed and stuff. She said he's gonna sleep on the same bed. She has a big bed, and she's like, I cannot wait to consummate this marriage. And then Jasmine was like, yeah, Nikola, you're finally gonna lose your virginity and stuff. And he was like, yeah, thank you, Jasmine, and stuff. Like, I'm excited. Like, I learned in 5th grade about the woman's anatomy and stuff. And we're just like, 5th grade? 5th grade? You're 46 years old and you're talking about what you learned in 5th grade and everything. And everybody else was just like, all the guys like Christian and Riley say he's only going to give him like 38.4 seconds. before he feels like kind of guilty and stuff and everything. So which was it was kind of disturbing to hear that. But Misha's like really excited for this. Congratulations to them for still being together, and I guess he's coming to America and stuff. So we'll hopefully, I want them to do a 90-day diaries to catch up with them. So I'd like to know like how that really played out and stuff and everything. So Mr. Sexist religious guy can pull like can still win this off. The girls. I'm worried about the girls, Misha's daughters, like because like they are teenagers. They're not fully religious like the mom is and stuff. They're gonna want to go out and have fun and everything, and they don't want this guy coming in and judging them and stuff. So I do worry about that. And Statler had mentioned that to them and stuff. So I pray for Misha and Nicola. Like I really pray for them. And are they a good couple? Yes. But Nicola does need to change some of his like mindsets says when he comes here to America, because like I agree he cannot be using the Bible and stuff as a crutch and on everything basically, and that's what he's doing. He's really judgmental. He's not as bad as Mahout was, but it's still bad. It's still bad. So anyway, that was Misha Nicola. And the last couple they went to on this episode was Riley and Violet. So Riley and Violet, they're broken up. They're broken up. They're not together. They talked about like what happened that last night before he left. Violet said that she's not going to hear to bash Riley or anything, but she said like, Riley said that she came the last night privately and, they got their groove on and stuff. And Violet said not to tell anybody because in their culture, it's you don't share those details and stuff. Well, Violet, when Riley got back, Violet sent Riley a message saying that she's pregnant. And Riley thinks it's his, but he feels like the timelines are not adding up. They asked, like, well, did you take a pregnancy test? And Violet went and go to an international doctor or whatever and everything. And, like, we really didn't get, like, nowhere with them. Like, it was just, like, they're just talking about, like, the testing and stuff and, like, what happened that last night. But there was no clear-cut answer. Now, they brought out Riley's friend, Tiffany, and the sister friend or whatever she was. And like she asked the question, well, why didn't you delete that app? Remember like a month ago, like when she asked them, when they called her on video chat and Tiffany like screamed at her, why didn't you delete that app and everything? And Violet wouldn't answer. Well, Violet finally answered. She said she deleted the app, but she didn't delete her account. And so, like, they asked, like, well, Sean asked Riley, do you believe that? She's like, I checked it, and it was active, like, 2 days ago and stuff and everything. Like, last logged in 2 days ago and everything. So, Violet's lying and stuff. Now, like, I think Jasmine or somebody said that, like, maybe she kept to keep her options open. Am I thinking of another show? No, I'm thinking of another show. I'm thinking of 90 Day UK. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Wrong show on that one. But like, but still, same thing. Like, maybe she was keeping her options open. But if they agreed to do it, she claimed she didn't know how to delete the account. I don't believe it. So the question is Violet pregnant with Riley's child? And we left off with a cliffhanger on that. We left off with a big cliffhanger on that and stuff. So we'll find out next week what happens with that. Judging by the previews of part 2, there's only going to be 2 parts to this tell-all. Next week, we'll finish off with Riley and Violet. We'll talk to Christian and Cleo. We'll talk to David and Sheila. We'll talk to Amanda and Rosbin. And we're going to be talking to Tyree. So we'll get, actually, the people that they have left is who I wanted to go first. Like, I wanted to update the people that are left. I wanted them first. But Christian and Cleo, Christian did say that him and Cleo are still together. So that's good. So that's good. But judging by the previews, they're going to be laying into him next week and stuff. So and I can't wait. And I'm curious to see what's going on with David and Sheila. I'm curious to see like what really happened with Amanda and Rosvin. And I can't wait till they call the guy who catfished Tyree. Like I've been waiting. I've been waiting all season for that one. Biggest cliffhanger for the last episode. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. That was part 1 of the Before the 90 Days Season 6 tell-all. I'll be back next week to do part 2. Next video will be, I'll recap the Other Way and The Last Resort. Here's some breaking news, though. Catfish is coming back on, I believe, on October 15th or something like that. So I'll be doing Catfish. Catfish is coming back, so... can't wait for that. So, and then of course in 2 weeks we'll have a new season of the original 90 Day Fiancé, where it all began for me on this channel. So we're finally circling back to where it all began and stuff. I went through all the spinoffs within the last year and a half, and I'm glad to be like restarting again. So looking forward to that. So I need you guys' love and support. Keep on watching these videos, and I'm up to 30 subscribers, so I need more subscribers to my channel. I will eventually do a live. Like, I chickened out this season on doing a live on, like, the first time is when I cried over Sheila's mother passing away, and the second time I was trying to do is when Tyree met the real Carmela. But I don't know why. I just had a lot going on at the time. So like, I promise eventually I will do a live. Maybe during 90 Day Fiancé I will. But yeah. But be sure to watch all of those. But like I said, I'll be back on tomorrow to recap The Other Way and The Last Resort. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all again soon.